Alright, so today I'm gonna be doing a very pretty simple card. It's or tag. It's a for you tag. It's pretty simple, but at the same time it has a lot of steps. So it might be for a little bit it's a little harder for just beginners. So first I have, of course, my lifestyle crafts folder, which is in my previous video on how I store my dies. So I have a whole folder just dedicated to my lawn fawn now. And also, by the way, all this lawn fawn supplies is all in a previous haul video too that I just did, and it's a really I was really excited to get all the stuff. So that's why I'm doing these videos just to get started with making this stuff. So first I'm using that tag die from Lawn Fawn. It's from the Tag You're It die set, I believe, from Lawn Fawn, and it's a really it comes with two simple tags which are really easy to use, and it also comes with two different reinforcer tabs to put around the hole. So first I die cut that first, the little the smaller tag from the Lawn Fawn Tag You're It lawn cut, and then I'm taking out this, and that's just from regular white cardstock. So now I'm taking this Memento Summer Sky ink pad, and I'm just using this jumbo sponge dabber, and I'm just gonna ink this whole tag up. So it's a really simple and easy thing to do, but it does have a few steps to it when you're for this tag. So I'm just gonna ink that whole thing up. I'm not being very careful, so you can see it has I've bent it a couple times, but I'm not worried about that because in the end it's not gonna show up that much. So first thing I'm doing is I just inking from the edges in, just so that the edges get a little bit darker color. I'm not very concerned about doing that either. So it's a really just playful kind of tag. I'm not being worried about it. I'm doing it pretty fast. Now I'm first taking out this Hero Arts and Basic Gray Tiny Star background stamp, and here it is. Again, this was in that same haul video, so all of this stuff that I'm using for this tag, it's all from that haul video that I got today as well. So I'm really trying to use all the new stuff that I got. So I'm just I inked that Tiny Star background from Hero Arts and Basic Gray with Versamark ink, and then I just put the tag straight on and then push it down really hard. Now as you can see there, it has, of course, Versamark. It makes it sticky, so it gives a little tackiness so that the embossing powder will stick to it. So this is also from the order too. It's the new or not new, but it's new to me. It's the Hero or the Ranger Heat and Stick embossing powder, I believe, or you can see in the other haul video, but it's just a sticky embossing powder that when you heat it up with your heat gun, it melts and then it gets sticky. So it's different from regular embossing powders, and I always wanted to get this powder. So first I'm just going to heat that up, and you can see I heated it up. I'm going to show you. I just took out this is Martha Stewart's, one of their ultra fine white glitters, and as you can see there, I heat embossed it, and it's sticky now. So it's different from regular heat embossing powders. So it's sticky now, so I'm trying not to touch it because it's pretty sticky. And I'm just going to take this Martha Stewart's ultrafine white glitter. I'm just going to pour it over this whole entire tag. Now, the glitter is going to stick to the part that even doesn't have the embossing powder. So afterward, once I lift it up, you'll see that I'm just trying to tap off the excess, but you'll see that the glitter almost stuck to the whole tag. Now that will change when you emboss it, or when you heat it again. I just heated it up, and then what it does is it melts the glitter into the embossing powder, and then it does not become sticky anymore. So, and by the way, this is I Pine For You stamp is from the Lawn Fawn's Critters in the Forest stamp set. I'm just gonna stamp it in the back of this tag. And again, you can see that I just cut it apart, and it's really simple to put back together. And I thought it was going to be very useful to have this for you just by itself anyway. So I'm just going to ink that up in VersaFine and stamp it on the back of this tag. Now, back to the heat embossing. You want to make sure when you're using heat and stick powder that you don't heat it too long, because if not, it's just going to melt enough that it's not going to become sticky. So you have to be really careful. Once it starts to become glossy, you want to stop your heat embossing and just get on to putting on the glitter, and then heat emboss it again to dry it, to melt it and make it non-sticky anymore. Now I colored the owl with Copic markers. I use Y08, I use Y17 and Y38 for the owl. Now for the brown areas, I use E55, E57 and E59. Now also, when you're doing the heat embossing with the heat and stick powder, you saw that I got the powder, it stuck to almost everywhere. Now after you heat emboss it and the glitter melts into that heat, into the powder really well, then you can just rub your finger over that entire tag and all that excess glitter will come off. And also you see right now that I ran through my Big Shot. I ran through that owl using the Critters in the Forest lawn cuts that I also just got in that previous haul video. Now Lawn Fawn also came with that tag set. It came with one big reinforcer and a smaller reinforcer. The inner hole is the same size, it's just the outer hole if you want it thicker or thinner. So I'm going to make my own reinforcer, and I want it to be the same color as the owl. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be using my Copic marker. I'm using Y17 again, and I'm just rubbing it over just this scratch piece of paper, and I'm just going to make my own color reinforcer. So it's really special in a way. Now I'm using Y38, and I'm just going to blend that up too. Most people won't know anything different, and after I die cut it, it didn't really show up anyway. But I thought it might have been a little bit nicer. Now I'm just going to take my Tombow Mono Multi Glue, or this is the Tombow Aqua Glue actually. And I'm just going to put some glue onto this reinforcer, and I actually put the glue on the wrong side, so I'm just gonna flip it over and then do it on the right side. Now the reinforcers are really neat just because it gives a different look to the tag. It makes it look a little bit better. So I just put that little reinforcer onto that tag, and it turned out pretty nice, and I'm just gonna show it to you up close right now. And then you are gonna want to try to get it kind of straight. So I just did that really quickly, and then now after that I'm going to be decorating it with the owl. So I have this owl here. I put some foam adhesive on the back. I'm just going to adhere it to that kind of bottom right area, and I'm going to have the wing go off on that right side. So I'm just going to have it hang off, but I didn't really like how it looked on the back, so I'm just going to cut it off. So now I have my tag there, and then that's almost the finish. I'm just going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella glitter. So that's a really nice thing to have too, because the Wink of Stella glitter pen or brush pen, it's a fine brush that you can rub over anything you want, and it just makes it slightly shimmery. So it's not something as strong as glitter, but then it still is able to see. So it's a really nice thing to have, and it's really nice to use on a lot of things. Especially if you're doing a lot of boy cards or something, this is subtle, so it can be used on any type of card. So I just put that onto that stomach. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. So I just put on that stomach area and the beak, and it turned out pretty nice. Now I also ended up putting the Wink of Stella glitter pen over the eyes as well. Now I store my glassy accents like that. I have the pin sticking put into the glossy accents, and I'm just putting the glossy accents over the eyes. So it's going to make the eyes look more realistic, and it's going to make it look more neat. So I'm just gonna put that over both of the eyes. And here's the finished tag. So I let the gloss accents dry, so it turned out just so you can get the real finished result. And I think that's a nice little tag to have and use. And I just made this other one. So please leave your comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.